Thanks, Ravi, for a wonderful invite. Hello, everyone. As Ravi called out, my name is Mukesh. I've been into IT consulting world over 20 years, and I'm very passionate about health and wellness, and I'm standing here as a wellness coach with the wellness question community. Today, my topic is to help you understand why do you think about preventing back pain, right? Before I share my presentation, there are few things of my objective which I'm going to accomplish through this. First, why do you need to think about prevention, not cure? Second, what is causing a back pain? I'm into IT industry and see a lot of professionals face from this or have this challenge in their life. Third is I'm going to help you understand few lifestyle habits, which if you inculcate in your day-to-day life, you can prevent back pain. And last, I'm going to leave you with few tips or few takeaways which you can write and implement from your life tomorrow to create strong back. With that, I'll share my screen. Is my screen visible? Okay, wonderful. Right. So let's start with why. I mean, I know there are a lot of professionals. There are 250 people out on this call. Though I'm talking about prevention, some of you still thinking, I don't have back issue. Why do I worried about it? Little bit tightness here and there. Why should I pay attention to Mukesh was talking about? So here is a small video for you. Now, since I've got your attention, right? Uh, Cure can be expensive. It can take not to that extreme though, but it can take a lot of energy, a lot of money, a lot of time from us, right? How about thinking about prevention now? Now, since I've got your attention now, I would like each one of you type on the chat. Have you ever felt any tightness after a long work day or when you wake up in the morning, little dull ache in the upper back or a lower back? Hmm, lot of people I'm seeing. Okay. All right, let's understand the root cause. Right? What is causing your back pain before we talk about lifestyle habits which can prevent this? The first is known one, posture issue. Right? We all sit on the laptop, work all day, and we lie down watching mobile, and we move forward. But I don't think many of us understand the repercussion of this posture. Most people think that posture is a position sit straight or shoulders back. But in reality, it is a habit of movement. The way our muscles, in a default way, uh, memorize the way we walk and sit, basically. When we repeatedly sit in a particular posture, in a slouched position, our body remembers that position now. Now, what is happening is due to that, you may be thinking that I'm sitting straight, but you are not, right? So it is just not sitting straight and shoulder back. This is called muscle memory adoption. Our body literally rewires to make back posture looks like our new normal. Right? And when we sit in a slouch position, our disc, which doesn't get a direct supply of blood, basically over a period of time, it then become a nutrient deficient. And because of that, this problem can become chronic in a long run. Initially, it may be just a tightness here and there, but if we don't correct it at the right time, it may become a chronic and it can take a lot of time and energy to reverse it. And every time, I'm not sure how many of you are aware of, every time you move forward your neck, to 2.5 or 3 centimeter, it is like a 4 or 5 kg ball sitting on the neck. Think about that, right? The second reason which leads to back issues is called the weak core muscles. Core muscles is just not the six pack. Our core muscles, there are side abs, side muscles, the front muscle, the back muscles. All these surrounding muscles provide support to our back, right? And if this core is not strong, we are leading towards a lot of injury in a later part of a life. So it is very important to have a strong core muscles. In fact, our breathing also makes our core strong or weak depending on how we are trained to breathe, right? If we do a shallow breathing, it also leads to a weak core muscles. So it is very important to understand that we are not just worrying about six pack, but building core muscles, front, back, and side one. A lot of times, you know what happens that a lot of people, even they take a rest, they don't feel fresh. They still feel the feeling of tiredness, and one of the reason can be a weak core muscles, right? The next is, which is causing a back pain, is sleep posture. When we sleep, our spine and supporting muscles shift from a load-bearing mode to a recovery mode. If our posture is wrong, instead of healing, our spine stays under further stress of 6 to 8 hours of continuous time, sometimes more than our sitting posture during the day. And but when we sleep in a correct posture, our lumbar disc hydration increases up to by 15%. So can you believe that if you are not sleeping in a right posture, our spine is deprived of hydration all 6 to 8 hours, and that leads to again, weak back, weak disc, and leads to a lot of chronic pain. Next is nutrient deficiency. Next is nutrient deficiency, right? Uh, I think it's becoming a normal. I'm okay because everybody is deficient in vitamin D. Everybody is deficient in calcium, right? I see many people are deficient in vitamin B12. But let's talk about what these deficiencies are doing in our body. Let's understand a little bit more about it so that we can take corrective actions once we get to know, or we take optimal nutrition in our day-to-day life. Vitamin D, lack of vitamin D weakens our vertebra, right? Because of that, it loses the muscle tone, causing fatigue, poor spinal support. It leads to dull, persistent lower back pain. Lack of magnesium causes muscle tightness, spasm, chronic stiff neck in back muscles. It triggers productive muscle contraction. It means all day your muscles will be in a very tight position because of a deficiency in magnesium, right? And what it has been found that lack of magnesium also leads to decrease in the absorption of vitamin D almost by 50%, right? So it is not recommended to take lightly the deficiency of these nutrients. Calcium leads to weak porous bones. The tiny micro fractures in our spine bones happens because of lack of calcium, right? Our body withdraws calcium from bones to maintain blood levels. If our diet is deficient in a long run, low calcium doesn't show any system but leads to structural issues. And the last one, the vitamin B. The lack of vitamin B leads to tingling, numbness, or burning in our lower back and legs. Weak spinal nerve conduction leads to muscle weakness and fatigue. In fact, lack of vitamin B12 deficiency can also mimic site-like symptoms without any disc issues. Right? Think about that. So you have to continuously see how's your nutrition level in for these nutrients and others too. Right? Not everybody is aware that what causes a back pain. Let's talk about what are the lifestyle habits we should develop to avoid back pain. The first one, simple, is to keep your laptop at your eyesight level. For example, I'm standing and speaking, my laptop is at my eyes level. So my neck is not bending, my posture is straight, right? As I spoke a few slides back, that whenever our neck, I'm reiterating, whenever our neck is like a few centimeter ahead, it is like it is carrying a ball of 4 to 5 kg. Can think about if you're standing 6 to 8 hours a day, your neck is carrying that much weight. Right? That's the first lifestyle habit you need to develop in your workplace. Second is called is also called breaking the posture. Right? Every 30 to 45 minutes, make a rule, put an alarm to stand and stretch. If you're sitting, if you're not standing, do stretches while sitting. There are many stretches, some of them are showing on the screen. Make it a habit. Right? The third lifestyle habit is to find a combination where you can stand and work. And in fact, I personally use this exercise ball in my workplace. What it does is it forcefully forces us to have a straight back. So you can use a combination of standing and sitting. And guess what? When you stand and sit, your body is erect. And you can use this combination all through the day, not to strain your back. Third, very common, right, is how do we lift? I'm showing here the right posture and the posture which unconsciously we lift things. What we need to understand, our back muscles is not a power lifting muscle. It's a enduring muscles. Back muscles are not to be used to lift anything. Whenever we lift anything, even you are into exercise doing a deadlift, you have to stabilize your core and the back and lift it from your glutes power, not from your back power. And I see a lot of people get injured following a wrong posture. So that is the another habit you need to develop by lifting anything. Be aware you're squatting and then lifting. Right? I spoke about weak core. Now has exercise. Need to include daily core strengthening exercise. In addition to whatever exercise you're doing, is need to make sure that we have to have a core muscles strong so that we have a power, we have a stamina, and provide support to our back. Right. Let's look at let's look at some of the right sleeping posture. Right. Many of us are not sleeping in a right way, and I spoke about how sleeping in a wrong posture can lead to back issues. Right? It's a very minor, tiny habits, or we need to develop to make sure we have a strong back or a pain-free back, right? Now, what happens is many of us ignore this, thinking that sleeping one day in a wrong posture, how it make a difference. But over a period of time, it becomes a habit, and it leads to a lot of back issues. Oh my God! Let me talk about this. Taking care of your gut. Now, you may be thinking, really, is my gut health is related to my back strength, my back pain? Answer is yes. If you have a bad gut health, if you have a leaky gut in which the molecules gets into bad molecules get into your bloodstream, it creates a low grade inflammation in your back, and it becomes a vicious cycle. You have a bad gut health, you get a back pain, you feel tired all the time, You take more rest because just taking rest is not a solution to a back pain. And then you don't understand again, this cycle goes on and on, right? Once the inflammation starts spreading through the bloodstream, it reaches to spinal joints, causing stiffness and soreness, reduces hydration and elasticity. Over a period of time, as I said, it creates a loop: poor gut, more inflammation, back pain, stress, worse gut function. So it is very important to understand if we need to take care or eat gut friendly food. Deep breathing. Now, this may be new to some of you. Really, does deep breathing really helps in, keeping my spine strong, or making my spine in a correct position? Answer is yes. When we deep breath, our diaphragm, a large dome-shaped muscle under our lungs, contracts and moves downward. This motion increases pressure in our abdomen, creating a natural internal breath that support our spine. So basically, deep breathing in a one sentence is provide a support to our back. Basically, it's just like a belt we wear while doing weightlifting. Right? Can you feel that when we do deep breathing, so many things happens, right? And I see a lot of us do a shallow breathing. The other reason of deep breathing is when we don't deep breathe, stress accumulates in our body. And that emotional stress converts into a physical stress, leading to inflammation, leading to back pain issues. Right? So again, it's kind of a vicious cycle. To manage stress or reduce stress, we need to learn deep breathing. And it has to be one of the lifestyle habits, and we have to inculcate in our life. You can put an alarm, like example, for I have a 3 to 4 alarms all through the day to do deep breathing. Okay. I spoke about what are the causes of back pain. I spoke about what the lifestyle habits need to develop. How about exercise, Mukesh? Right? Here is a few exercise which you can include in your day-to-day life and which gives you a stronger back. Right? It's a TheraBand exercise. You stretch it, hold it for 10 seconds, and then release. You can do 3 to 5 sets of it. Here is a cobra stretch. Right? This is for your lower back. It provides a right posture, right strength to your lower back. Here is something glute bridge, right? Which provides the strength to our back and the glute also. Side plank. These exercises are very well known in the physiotherapy world. If you meet any physiotherapy doctor, they will teach you all this exercise, not just to recover from a back pain, but to prevent back pain also. Here is a bird dog, right? 2 to 3 sets every day, hardly take 15 minutes, all these exercises together. If you inculcate these habits in daily life, you will stay away from back pain. And here is what. How can we end this session without doing a one back exercise which provides strength? How about may I request everybody to get up from your seat? And we'll do a quick 30-second exercise. Okay, right? I'm showing you exercise. Let's do a quick one round. Stand, stretch your hand, take it up, deep breathe, up, count till 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How is everybody feeling? Can I see some reaction on the chat?